Extraordinary, an essential subject from Vinipedia. The incarnation of the Lord is not the concocted idea of fanciful men who create an incarnation out of imagination. The incarnation of the Lord appears under certain extraordinary circumstances like the above-mentioned occasion, and the incarnation performs a task which is not even imaginable by the tiny brain of mankind. Srila Prabhupada's books, lectures, conversations and letters offer a comprehensive presentation of this essential subject as seen in the Vinicote's extraordinary category. An introduction from his books is given below in the following 8 quotes. Quotes from Srila Prabhupada's books. 1. Who is not disturbed in spite of the threefold miseries, who is not elated when there is happiness, and who is free from attachment, fear and anger, is called a sage of steady mind. A devotee should not be aggrieved in an awkward position, nor should he feel extraordinarily happy in material opulence. This is the way of expert management of material life. Because a devotee knows how to manage expertly, he is called Javan Mukta. Armad Bh Gavatam 7.10. 14. Anyone extraordinarily powerful must be considered a partial representation of the opulence of the Supreme Godhead. Therefore, when the son of Maharyadu Manta became the emperor of the entire world, he was celebrated in this way. Armad Bh Gavatam 9.20. 23. As for the maintenance of his family, a gihasta, while earning what he requires for his living, must be very conscientious and must not undergo extraordinary endeavor simply to accumulate money and unnecessarily increase in material comforts. Although a gihasta should externally be very active in earning his livelihood, he should internally be situated as a fully self-realized person, without attachment for material gains. Armad Bh Gavatam 7.14 Summary. As indicated in Bhagavad Gita, whenever we find someone extraordinary preaching the bhakti cult, we should know that he is especially empowered by Lord Vivu, or Lord Krishna. As confirmed in Chaitanya Charitamrita, CC Antya 7.11, Krishna Aktivan Nahti Rapravartana. One cannot explain the glories of the holy name of the Lord without being specifically empowered by him. If one criticizes or finds fault with such an empowered personality, one is to be considered an offender against Lord Vivu and is punishable. Armad Bh Gavatam 4.19. 37. Those who work very hard for material benefits are vimhes, foolish rascals, because such happiness will not endure. On the other hand, devotees like Pralda and Dhruva Maharya achieved extraordinary material opulences, but such opulences were not my sukha. When a devotee acquires unparalleled opulences, they are the direct gifts of the goddess of fortune, who resides in the heart of an Arya. Armad Bh Gavatam 5.18. 22. Chivalrous activities can be manifested in the acts of mock fighting, giving charity, showing mercy and executing religious principles. By performing chivalrous activities in fighting, one is called Yuddha Vira. By charitable activities, one is called Dina Vira. By showing extraordinary mercy, one is called Devira. And when one is munificent in executing religious rites, he is called Dharma Vira. In all such different chivalrous activities, Krishna is the object. Nectar of Devotion 33. Brihaspati informed the demigods that because Bali had been endowed with extraordinary power by the Brahmas, the demigods could not fight with him. Their only hope was to gain the favor of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Indeed, there was no alternative. Under the circumstances, Brihaspati advised the demigods to leave the heavenly planets and keep themselves somewhere invisible. Armad Bh Gavatam 8.15 Summary. The Lord in human society does what is the duty of everyone, but sometimes he does something extraordinary and not to be imitated by the living being. His acts of evening prayer as stated herein must be followed by the living being, but it is not possible to follow his mountain lifting or dancing with the gopas. Armad Bh Gavatam 1.10. 36.